Chances are if you clicked on this video, you're pretty serious about fishing and you're looking to move the needle forward. You're looking to get as much knowledge about fishing and learn as many new techniques and lures. Everything about fishing, you want to know and consume it. But I bet there's one thing that you're probably encountering every time you take in the next YouTube video, social media influencer, everybody's saying, use this, buy this color, go get this rod, go get this line, lure, or whatever the case may be. The problem is with a lot of that is there's no context. You're taking in all this information, you're watching as much YouTube on what to buy and what to use and where to use it, but a lot of times there's still a missing link. That missing link is context. I can show you how to fish a jig, I can show you how to throw a crankbait, but if I live in South Carolina and you live in New York, or if you live in New York and I live in Texas, the context of where you use those lures to actually catch fish is completely different. How do we solve that problem? There's really only one way to solve that problem of knowing the context of a new lure or a new technique. And that's in person, on the water training. When I was young, the way I used to fish, the way I learned how to fish is me as the unexperienced boater. I would fish with an older gentleman or somebody that had a lot more knowledge than I did. I would get in their boat and I would learn how to fish as a co-angler. I would see in real time. I would fish a tournament as a co-angler and see in real time how somebody else would approach a windy day of fishing, a cloudy day of fishing. I would see how they navigated and worked their lures in real time in their boat. If fishing was really tough, I saw them adjust to the conditions during the day in real time. Now we live in a time now where there's not as many co-angler opportunities out there. So learning these skills and techniques in real time, there's just not as many opportunities for it. That's why I created this course. Just last year, I think I figured out the answer to filling in that gap between virtual learning and real-time learning. I have an app where I teach people how to fish. It's called the Straight Up Fishing app. I have a couple members that I take fishing on a monthly basis inside of that app just so they can get that on the water real-time training. Just last fall, I have two members from the app, Destiny and Chris. I took them fishing. They had never caught a fish deeper than 10 foot before I took them fishing. So we went out with one mission in sight, just to show them how to catch a fish in deep water, offshore.
Got the opportunity to fish deep, use forward-facing sonar. That's not something I've only used maybe one time, but we actually got to use it the way it was intended. Drop the bait down on them, see the bite, set the hook, and lean into them. It's actually a good fish. I had to fight the fish, really, splashing everywhere. B had to help me get it in. It's just a super exciting experience.
We fished for 2 days solid, 30 to 50 foot of water. And they caught on it super quick. Why did they catch on it super quick? It wasn't because I was such a great teacher. I'm sure that might have helped a little bit, but let me not trip. But the part about it that helped them the most is there was context to everything that I was saying. Every lure, there was context. When I was saying drop it down, now there was context. When I was saying use this color, there was context. They could see why because they were there with me in real time. Also took Tim Dotson fishing. Tim came to me and said, man, I'm just having a lot of trouble catching fish right now. Can you help me? Tim caught on to it really quick. In fact, Tim actually outfished me. Let's just keep it real. Tim actually outfished me in the fishing trip that we had there. And it was all because we had real time. Tim had context of everything that I was saying. It made sense because he was there. He could feel it, touch it, see it. And not only that, he could watch me, how I was working my lure, how I was dropping my bait down, what I was looking at on the graphs. It all made sense and he learned faster. I even had another app member, Nathan Sipes. Summertime is by far the hardest time in the South to catch fish. There goes that text. If you live in Minnesota, it's probably pretty easy to catch fish in the summertime. But living in South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, when you get into June, July, August, it is extremely tough to catch fish. Nathan said, hey man, haven't really caught a lot of fish on reaction baits and in particular spinnerbait. We went out to the river. I showed him the baits that I like to use, the colors that I like to use, gave him my rod reel setup. Nathan had a very successful day in the end of June, one of the worst times of the year to be fishing, especially if you're looking to catch numbers. You got to build confidence by fishing with somebody that has more experience than you, watching what they do, and duplicating it on your own time. That's why I created the Angler Development Academy. What I'm doing is I'm going to put together a 3-day session, small group session of 5 anglers. It's all inclusive. We'll pay for your lodging. Bring your boat. We're going to spend time with me, some of my other pros. We're going to teach you how to use electronics. We're going to teach you how to look at forward-facing sonar. We're going to teach you how to use the right baits, colors, and lures. And it's going to be in real time. So this is not a guide trip. It's not that we'll have fish already found and then you'll go out and just take you to places where I've already found fish. We're going to take you fishing and we're going to break down the lake in real time. You're going to see what it's like to struggle. What baits are used, how fast, how slow, what rods, what reels, what colors in real time. The Straight Up Fishing Angler Development Academy sounds like something that would help you out, help you move the needle. And I know it will. It'll help you catch more fish. You'll leave feeling like you have more confidence than you ever had in fishing. This sounds like something that you want to be a part of. All you have to do is use the link in this email that we sent you here. You can use the link in the description box of this video. Fill out the quiz. It's a short quiz that asks you a few questions about you just so we can get to know you better and know if this is something that would actually help you. I promise you, if you're serious about becoming a better fisherman, if you're serious about moving the needle, if you're serious about getting more confidence in your fishing abilities, the Angler Development Academy would be the place that you will, without a doubt, leave feeling like you can catch a fish anywhere that you want to.